I've seen players put 20, 30, even 40 hours into seasonal character and still be stuck in Torment 1 or 2. They tell me the same things. I die too much, I can't kill anything, I don't know how to get stronger. So we're skipping the generic guide fluff. I'm going to show you the 5 things that you can do right now to start pushing Torment tiers. And one major mistake that can keep you stuck no matter how much you play. Let's start with the biggest reason players struggle, staying alive. So step number 1 is to fix your defense before worrying about more damage. If you're constantly dying or getting one shot when you move up Torment tiers, open up your character sheet and check your toughness. Start by getting max life wherever you can. Make sure you've got enough armor and resistances. Use your jewelry gems to fill any resistance gaps, and don't ignore defensive aspects like might, juggernaut, or heavenly strength, whichever apply to your class. You don't need perfect gear, you just need enough defense to actually survive the content you're trying to push. Okay, but like, how do I kill anything? That's step 2, fix your damage. Make sure you're using offensive aspects on your weapons, rings, amulet, and gloves. They don't need to be perfect rolls, you just need aspects that actually support the build you're playing. Then use the enchanter and your tempers to add more damage. Things like critical strike damage or bonuses to your skills that you're actually using. Every build is going to be a little bit different, but if you combine this with defense we just talked about, you should have both sides of the equation covered. You can survive and you can actually kill things. But now you're going to run into another problem. You need materials if you actually make all these upgrades. And that's where step 3 comes in. Start farming materials. Once you hit level 70, you're going to burn through materials pretty quickly as you temper, masterwork, and reroll your gear. Nightmare dungeons, and especially escalation nightmare dungeons, are one of my favorite places because you can get opticite along with a ton of other materials. You'll also pick up obols, which you can use to gamble for gear, and anything you don't use can be salvaged for more materials. Helltides are another great option for materials and boss keys, and if you need something more specific, the Undercity can help you target materials like the ones you need for the Heraldric Cube. And here's an easy tip. If you don't know where a material comes from, just hover over it. The game actually tells you where to farm it. But before you start randomly farming all your stuff, check your war plans, because you can actually progress 2 things at once. You're already going to be running nightmare dungeons, Helltides, and other activities for materials and gear we just talked about. So check your war plans and prioritize activities that progress those at the same time. As you level your war plans, you'll unlock perks that will increase things like materials, gear, and gold you find. So instead of randomly deciding what activities to run next, let your war plans help guide you. You're farming the stuff you actually need while progressing another system at the same time. Step 5 is something I call board rush. When you're under Paragon level 200, don't worry about completely filling out every board or grabbing every glyph socket that you see in the guides. Instead, plan a path that lets you gather 4 or 5 powerful legendary nodes as quickly as possible. Those nodes can give you some of the biggest power increase available from your Paragon boards, and that's what we care about right now, getting stronger as quickly as possible. You can come back for glyphs and the smaller bonuses as you get more points. Then once you get around Paragon 200, you reset the boards and build them out properly for your final setup. Early on, we're not trying to make the perfect Paragon board, we're trying to get you powerful enough to move through the early Torment tiers. So what's that one mistake that can keep you stuck even if you're doing everything else right? It's trying to perfect your character way too early. I see players hit Torment 1 and immediately start trading every piece of gear like it's their in-game gear. They'll spend a ton of gold and materials re-rolling a minor upgrade, masterworking gear that's going to be replaced, or trading every single great array fix like they just found a god roll. Meanwhile, they're still missing resistances, max life, defensive aspects, important legendary nodes, and the materials they need to actually progress. At this point in the game, your character doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be good enough to get you into harder content where the better gear and more materials are waiting for you. So stop trying to perfect Torment 1 gear. Fix the obvious weakness, make the cheap upgrades, follow the 5 steps we just covered, and keep moving. You can worry about min-maxing once you actually have the gear worth min-maxing. Now you've got the progression side figured out, but you're still getting one shot as you move in the higher Torment tiers. That's the next problem we need to fix. Click this video right here. I break down exactly how defense works in Diablo 4 and what you need to stop dying. I'll see you up there.